First canto, 7th chapter, verse number 11. Hare Gunakshiptamati Bhagavan Badrayani Adhyagam Mahadakyanam Nityam Vishnu Jana Priyaha Hare Gunakshiptamati Bhagavan Badrayani Adhyagam Mahadakshanam Nityam Vishnu Jana Priyaha Hare Gunakshiptamati Bhagavan Badrayani Adhyagam Mahadakyanam Nityam Vishnu Jana Priyaha
Hare Gunakshiptamati
Hare Gunakshiptamati Bhagavan Badrayani
Adhyagam
Mahadakyanam
Nityam Vishnu Jana Priyaha
Nityam Vishnu Jana Priyaha
Hare Gunakshiptamati
Hare Gunakshiptamati
Bhagavan Badrayani
Bhadram Badrayani Adhyagam Mahadakyanam
Nityam Vishnu Jana Priyaha
Nityam Vishnu Jana Priyaha Hare Gunakshiptamati Bhagavan Badrayani Adhyagam Mahadakyanam Nityam Vishnu Jana Priyaha Hare Gunakshiptamati Bhagavan Badrayani Adhyagat Mahadatyana Nityam Vishnu Janam Priya. Hare, meaning of Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Guna, the transcendental attribute. Akshipta meaning being absorbed in. Mati, mind. Bhagavan, meaning powerful. Bhadrayani, son of Bhadrayana, son of Vyasdev. Adhyagat, underwent studies. Mahaj, great. Akhyanam, narration. Nityam, regularly. Vishnu Jana, the devotees of the Lord. Priya, beloved. Translation. Srila Sukhadev Goswami, the son of Srila Vyasdev, was not only transcendently powerful, he was also very dear to the devotees of the Lord. Thus he underwent the studies of this great narration, Srimad Bhagavatam. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So according to Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Srila Sukhadev Goswami was a liberated soul even within the womb of his mother. Srila Vyasdev knew that the child after his birth would not stay at home. Therefore, Vyasdev impressed upon him the synopsis of the Srimad Bhagavatam so that the child could be made attached to the transcendental activities of the Lord Sri Hari. After his birth, the child was still more educated in the subject of the Bhagavatam by reciting of the actual poems. The idea is that generally the liberated souls are attached to the features of impersonal Brahman with a monistic view of becoming one with the Supreme Whole. But by the association of pure devotee like Vyasdev, even the liberated soul become attracted to the transcendental qualities of the Lord. By the mercy of Sri Narada, Srila Vyasdev was able to narrate the great epic of Srimad Bhagavatam. And by the mercy of Vyasdev, Srila Sukhadev Goswami was able to grasp the import. The transcendental qualities of the Lord are so attractive that Srila Sukhadev Goswami became detached from being completely absorbed in impersonal Brahman and positively took up the personal activity of the Lord. Practically, he was thrown from the impersonal conception of the absolute, thinking within himself that he had simply wasted so much time in devoting himself to the impersonal features of the Supreme. Or in other words, he realized more transcendental bliss with the personal features than the impersonal. And from that time, not only did he himself became very dear to the Vishnu Jana or the devotees of the Lord, but also the Vishnu Jana became very dear to him. The devotees of the Lord who do not wish to kill the individuality of the living entities and who desire to become personal servitor of the Lord do not very much like the impersonalist. And similarly, the impersonalist who desire to become one with the Supreme are unable to evaluate the devotee of the Lord. Thus, from time immemorial, these two transcendental pilgrims have sometime been competitors. In other words, each of them like to keep separate from the other because of the ultimate personal and impersonal realizations. Therefore, it appears that Srila Sukhadev Goswami also had no liking for the devotees. But since he himself became a saturated devotee, he desired always the transcendental association of the Vishnu Jana, and the Vishnu Jana also liked his association. Since he became the personal Bhagavata, thus both the son and the father were completely cognizant of transcendental knowledge in Brahman, and afterwards both of them became absorbed in personal features of the Supreme Lord. The question as to how Sukhadev Goswami was attracted by the narration of Srimad Bhagavatam is thus completely answered by this sloka. Prabhupada ki jai. Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnana Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtamreshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtaki Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya-manobhishtam Sthapitam yena bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Sita-padakamalam Shri Guran Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahaguna Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahaguna Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Scha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Panamami Hari Priye Vansha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhuvev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vācālam kambam gandhātim yatpitātamaham vande Shri Gurum Devatāram Paramananda Mahajan Shri Chaitanya. Thank you very much, first of all, to our Gopinath Prabhu giving us opportunity to say some glories of Srila Sukhadev Goswami from an unqualified person. This is for our own purification. So I was just thinking, generally in the Srimad Bhagavatam class we hear like a Hari Katha, right? And that why it is that we hear great Vaishnavas like Srila Sukhadev Goswami. So, but as you all know, there are two Bhagavad, one is the book Bhagavad and the person Bhagavad. So it is non-different than when you hear the person Bhagavad, the benefit is the same. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in Adilila 1.20 and 21, there is a very nice verse proving this point. It says the Ganthera Arambhakari Mangla Charana Ganthera Arambhakari Mangla Charana Guru Vaishnav Bhagavan Tinere Smarana Tinere Smarane Hai Vigna Vinashana Anashe Hai Nija Panchita Purana. It says that Ganthera Arambhakari, then we do start with like Mangla Charan, correct? Right? So what we do with Mangla Charan? Do we remember Guru Vaishnav and our Bhagavan, Tinere Smarana Kari. So when you smaran is 3, then what will happen? First the Vigna will go, right? And then what is the benediction? All our Nija Vancha Purana, all our Nija desire will be fulfilled. So that's why we are hearing that many of us might think that why we are hearing the Mahajan series. So today we will be hearing some of the glories, from the unlimited glories, some of the glories of Srila Sukhadev Goswami in Bhagavatam, 6th canto, 3rd chapter and 20 and 21 verse. Most of you already know the 12 Mahajans. The names has been described. It says that Swayambhu Narada Sambhu Kumara Kapila Kuno Manuhu Prahlada Janaka Vishnu Balir Vasika Vayam. So it starts with Swayambhu. Swayambhu meaning Brahma. Swayambhu is Brahma. Then Narad Muni. Swayambhu Narada Shambhu. Shambhu is Lord Shiva. Four Kumaras, and then Kapila Muni, Kapila Dev, then Manu, and Prahlad Maharaj, Janaka, Bhishma, and Bali Maharaj, and then Vyasika. Another name of Srila Srila Sukhadev Goswami is Vyasika, son of Vyasdev. Here it is 11. Okay. Who is the other one? Other one is the person who is telling this verse is none other than Yamaraj. So Yamaraj is speaking this verse. So this is 12. So I was thinking from where to start. Sukhadev Goswami, from where to start, where to end. So I picked this verse, very nice. Hare Gunakshiptamati. Bhagavan, Sri Gopal might have given many classes on this verse. It's a very important verse. Hare Gunakshiptamati Bhagavan Badrayini Adhyagam Mahalatkanam Nityam Vishnu Janapriya. It says Hare Gunakshiptamati. If our mati is attracted to the qualities of the Hari, then we'll become Vishnu Janapriya. Like here, Bhagavan Badrayani, his mind when is attracted to the qualities of the Hari, then he systematically studied Srimad Bhagavatam. And become Vishnu Janapriya. In the translation or purport, Srila Prabhupada mentioned what is Vishnu Janapriya here. Vishnu Janapriya meaning when we read and hear or contemplate the Srimad Bhagavatam, so we become favorable to the dear to devotees. And the devotees also, Srila Prabhupada mentioned two things. And devotees also, we become dear to devotee, and devotees also become dear to us. So it's not that we don't have to artificially create a conducive atmosphere. If we go through the process of Srimad Bhagavatam, automatically we will become dear to everyone, and everyone will become dear to us. It's very profound and very striking, this thing. And so this is a continuation of the previous verse, previous sloka. So here Sutta Goswami is replying to the question of the Shaunaka Rishi. So this Shaunaka Rishi is, I think most of you know that they assembled in Naimisharan 88,000 sages and asked Srila Sutta Goswami, why is it that Srila Sukhadev Goswami, who was from the birth itself, he is like an Atmaram, he is self-satisfied, right? Took trouble, or took his time out to sit and narrate this voluminous Srimad 18,000 verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. What is the need? He is already liberated, right? What is the need? What happened? It's very interesting. Then Srila Sutta Goswami said, in the verse number 1.7, is saying that even there are many varieties of Atmaram, okay? Especially those established on the path of self-realization, though they are free from all kind of material bondage. There are many varieties of Atmanam who satisfy himself. Right? They are living on the level of soul, Atma. They are not at all interested in the bodily features. They are able to eat, not eat, sleep, somebody regard or disregard. Desire to render unalloyed devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Hari. Even though they are Atmaram, but still they want to render devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Hari. So that is the reason that Srila Sukhadev Goswami was able to sit and recite Srimad Bhagavatam. What is the why they are attracted? Because the Lord possesses all the transcendental qualities, which not only attracts the materialists, it also attracts the liberated souls. Right? Now the question comes: what happened from that verse? Right? The question is why Sukhadev Goswami studied Srimad Bhagavatam? What happened? It is some inherent question is there. Right? Why Vyasadeva need to teach Srimad Bhagavatam to Sukhadev Goswami? It is like, isn't it very obvious? The father is the compiler of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is naturally, right? Correct, right? But something happens, and this underlying hidden question is there. What happened? So we'll hear now who was Sukhadev Goswami first, and then what happened? What are the different things followed due to which Sukhadev Goswami came and read and contemplated and learned the Srimad Bhagavatam from Vyasadeva. So I was going through some of the scriptures and then found one reference like in Brahma Vaivarta Purana details of Srila Sukhadev Goswami was given, but the past life of Srila Sukhadev Goswami was given in Gopal Champu. In Gopal Champu it is mentioned this Shukha meaning everybody understands is a parrot. Right? Parrot. The Shukha was the parrot of Srimati Radharani, and is a very dear parrot in fact. Radharani used to give sweet rice. It's mentioned sweet rice, pomegranate seeds, pomegranate used to give. And Radharani used to teach this parrot, say Krishna. And Sukha used to say Krishna. They say Krishna. And Sukha used to say Krishna. So they say Krishna. They say Krishna. And this parrot will not say with his own voice, right? He will say in Radharani's voice. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Like this, Radharani taught this parrot to say the name of Krishna. And this parrot is a bird, right? Of course. And the bird, of course, he will go here and there. And then after some time, taught, and then the bird left. Left and then went to Nandagaon and then sat on a tree with the green leaves, nice leaves. And then the courtyard was Krishna and then what is it? Madhumangal. They are talking or playing, something they are doing. And this bird was saying Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And the Krishna was thinking, how come Srimati Radharani came? Because this bird is telling in the voice of Radharani. And she was, Lord is searching here and there, could not find. Then he found, there is a nice parrot sitting and then telling Srimati Radharani's voice, Krishna, Krishna. Then Krishna called, or Thakurji called this parrot, come. The parrot came and then asking, who taught you my name? He's telling Srimati Radharani taught me this Krishna name, and I am so unfortunate. I said, why you are so unfortunate? Because see, Radharani was nicely telling all the pastimes of Harikatha, but I am a bird. Bird meaning is a restless, right? Or I go from here to here, here to here. And I was nicely associating with Srimati Radharani. See, now I see, I came. And then at that time, when this conversation is going on, Lalita Vishaka also came. They came and then they asked Krishna, Kana, you give this parrot. This is Srimati Radharani's dear parrot. Okay? Srimati Radharani's dear parrot. So then Kanata, of course, Thakurji will not give natural, right? No, will not give. And moreover, he will not go also. No, only see if Srimati Radharani calls, this parrot will come. Otherwise, he will not go. And then what they will do? They will necessarily go to Mother Yashoda. They will go to Mother Yashoda. And Mother Yashoda told, your Kana is doing mischief with us and he is not allowing to take this parrot. And Radharani, Srimati Radharani can't live without this parrot. Like this is mentioned. I can't live without this parrot. And okay, let me do this. What this boy is doing always. So in this, Mother Yashoda went and see that nicely cursing this parrot and then playing. And all day you are either playing or playing with all the animals. Your father is waiting for you for lunch. You go and take bath and for lunch. Then Mother Yashoda took that parrot and gave to Lalita and Vishaka. Lalita Vishaka in turn gave to Srimati Radharani. So over the period of time, when this pastime, Radha Krishna pastime, the Pakat pastime was over, then the parrot also wanted to go with them. But this Radharani said, you stay here, and wherever there is a Harikatha, we will be there, you won't miss us. And over the period of time, you will come back to us, like this she mentioned. So after some time, so this parrot was feeling some bit of restless because the Harikatha was going on, and then this parrot flew to the place called Kailash. It flew to Kailash. And there, in Kailash, Lord Shiva was narrating Srimad Bhagavatam to Mother Parvati. Parvati. And then this narration was going on, and then Mother Parvati, like that generally when we speaking and hearing, right? We say something, yes, right, correct, go on, very nice. So in this way we think, okay, he is not sleeping, so we are alive. Similarly, Mother Parvati also, some response was coming from her. And then being a parrot, she also imitates, right? And he was also listening, the parrot was also listening. The first somehow, it is mentioned somehow the first canto was over when Lord Shiva reached the second canto, the Sarga and Visakha chapters, section. Mother Parvati slept. But this parrot, they imitating same thing. Yes, very nice. Go on. yes, like this. So Lord Shiva is thinking, Mother Parvati is not slept. It's like listening, very nicely listening. And so like this, a complete Bhagavatam is over, almost over. I think it's come to 10 canto probably. So then suddenly Mother Parvati wake up. Oh, 10 canto is over. 10 canto. So I just slept. So basically she was about to tell Lord Shiva that, okay, please decide again. So she can demand, right? But Lord Shiva was thinking, but then who was saying, yes, very correct, go on, something like that. Then he could not find, and then found, okay, there is one parrot. He got very furious. You wasted my time, this foolish parrot, and chased with his trident. The parrot flew. Parrot flew from that place. Then they are going behind, Lord Shiva is going, and then after some time, this parrot, Sukha, reached to Badika Ashram, where Vyasdev was there. Srila Vyasdev was there. And then, with his own potency, became very small and entered the mouth of Vyasdev's wife and in the womb, hide himself. Right? And at the time, Lord Shiva also came at that place. So I came here, then suddenly Vyasadeva asked, oh, why, offer obeisance, why are you so angry? No, I am very angry because there is one parrot who disturbed my Bhagavatam narration, and I want to punish him. Then what happened? Then Lord Shiva told, when I was narrating then to Mother Parvati, and this parrot heard complete Bhagavatam. Then the Vyasadeva asked, if someone heard complete Bhagavatam, what will happen? Lord Shiva says, he will become immortal, of course. Right? So if it is, then then Vyasadeva was saying, if he is immortal, then how can you kill him? Correct, right? If he is immortal, then Lord Shiva, of course, was laughing, and then went from that place. So like this Sukha, which also said, this parrot came in the womb of Vyasadev's wife, and he was there in that womb for 16. It's like a couple of versions, like some say 12 years, some say 16 years. I think it's 16 years is somewhat correct. So 16 years is there in the womb, and he was not coming out only. Vyasadeva said, my dear son, please come out, begging, please come out. He said, no, I'm not coming out. Because the moment I come out, Lord's Maya will capture me. And then I don't want to, because he is Atmanam. Before the birth itself, he is self-liberated. So he doesn't want to come out. So Lord Vyasadeva was saying, why you are giving trouble to your mother for so many years like this? He's telling, and he will not come out. He will not come out only. Then Vyasadeva was thinking what to do, and approached the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Hari, Lord Krishna. My Lord, you only do something. Then it is mentioned, Lord came and told, yeah, you please come out. And said, no, my Lord, I will not come out. Then your Maya will capture me. The Lord said, okay, fine. And I'll remove my Maya for a very fraction of time. And then at the time you come out. Okay? It's mentioned that like the time it takes for a seed, mustard seed, to fall from a tip of a trident or for a needle, whatever time it takes, for that much time only, the Lord will remove his Maya Shakti. Then Sukhadev Goswami said, okay, I'll come out. Then Lord removed momentarily and then quickly came out. And then quickly came out, meaning immediately become big, like 16 years. Right? Immediately become big and immediately run away from that place. No? They are not looking also, who is my mother, who is my father. No? Nothing. Yes? Running away. And behind Vyasadeva was running. Putra iti. Putra, where are you going? And then he went to jungle. Right? While going to the pathway, it is mentioned here mentioned that there are some apsaras or ladies who are taking bath without a pond, without dress. Right? When Sukhadev Goswami passed them, they didn't cover themselves. Okay? They saw Sukhadev Goswami saw them. They saw Sukhadev Goswami, Srila Sukhadev Goswami, but they didn't cover themselves with the cloth. But behind, Vyasadeva also running Putra, right? When Vyasadeva passed, they immediately covered themselves with the cloth and offered obeisances. And Vyasadeva got very shocked. What happened? My Putra is like just now born, like full youth, right? 16 years, suppose. And he was looking at you also, and you are looking at him. So why you people didn't feel ashamed or cover your body, not ashamed, cover your body. And I am your grandfather's grandfather age, right? with like white hair. So why did you cover your body? Why your response is not same as with my son? And they are saying that when his son looked at us, he didn't look at us like a male, female, right? He didn't distinguish. He was just piercing to our heart, to the super soul, right? But when you looked at us, you distinguished between male and female. The way you are asking, the very question you are asking, the why you didn't respond same way, it means that you are differentiating. Right? So they are saying your son is more elevated. actually. Srila Prabhupada mentioned in one of the lectures I was hearing, mentioned, it's not that Vyasadeva also not elevated, it's not correct. It's because Vyasadeva was a grihastha. He's supposed to pretend in that way, behave in this way. Grihastha cannot become, okay, male and female is the same thing. Right? There has to be some differentiation. That's why we grihasthas. So, Vyasadeva was running behind Srila Sukhadev Goswami, running, and then Sukhadev Goswami went to jungle. And then jungle, no response. No response from Sukhadev Goswami. Only when you say something in in hill, a jungle, our own voice only will echo, right? Putra, putra, jungle also returning putra, putra, like this. And the others say, no point, you can go back. So he came back. Later, Srila Vyasadeva sends some of his disciples. Generally, for daily usage, you need flowers and fruits and some woods, right? For yajna and all. So he sent some disciples to the jungle, and in the jungle, he says, you recite a couple of important verses of Srimad Bhagavatam to attract Sukhadev Goswami. So very important. Some says there's 2, sometimes 3. I could not find any proper things. So the people who might want to correct. The first verse, I don't know if it's first or second, but there's one verse, of course, very important verse. The disciple recited in the jungle. They are cutting tree, collecting the woods or plucking the flowers or fruits, and then recited the verse. Let's all recite. Aho vakiyam sthanukulakutam jigham sayapa yadapi yasadvi leve gatim dhatim uchitam tatonyam kimva dayalum sharanam brajema aho vakiyam stanukulakutam jigham sayapa yadapi yasadvi leve gatim dhatim uchitam tatonyam kamba dayalum sharanam brajema. Said, alas. Baki meaning, Baki is like a she-demon. Putana is a she-demon. So then when the Putana came, she came disguised as a female, like a motherly person, right? And she came with the intention, you all know that she came with the intention to kill Krishna. But the Lord is so merciful that even though she came to kill him, but Lord saw that what is the intention. I mean, what is the small thing is that because she came as a motherly, dhatri, correct, right? As a motherly feature, and then she fed also the Lord, even though she put that poison in her breast to kill Krishna. But Lord took the rest. Okay, she came as a dhatri, and then she fed me milk. So Lord, out of His own mercy, gave the position of dhatri or the maidservant to mother or motherly kind of to Putana. So this verse was when spoken by these disciples of Vyasadeva in the jungle, and then Sukhadev Goswami heard this verse. He said, oh, who is this person? Someone came to kill, and then he given his highest position, right? So compassion, Kimba Dayalu Sharanam Bhajema, right? So like this, they are reciting Next time they went in the jungle again, and they recite some other verse. Okay, they says this says there's one in the Bhishma Stuti. There's one verse called 1.9.20. I think it's correct. Yam mannese matulam piyam mitram shutraman akaro sachivan dutam shurat artha sarati. It says, O king, the personality whom out of ignorance you thought to be your maternal cousin, matulyam, maternal cousin, dear friend, well-wisher, counselor, messenger, benefit, etc., is the very same personality of Godhead, Sri Hari. So that person now, in the first verse, is not mentioned Lord Krishna. Now he is telling is Krishna. The name is connecting, able to connect, right? Name is Krishna. So, okay, that Krishna is merciful, has given highest position to the person who is trying to kill, right? And I was thinking, what will be his, now curiosity is increased. Sukhadev curiosity is increased. Now what will be his, this Krishna's features, right? How he look like? Is male or female, right? Old, young, kaisa hai? Now this like Ramban, abhi Ramban chhone wala hai. The disciple. Very nice verse. One of my very favorite. Right? Suji Guru is laughing. So we'll decide. Barha pidam natavara bapuho karnayor kanikaram. Barha pidam natavara karnayor kanikaram. Vidhat vasam kanika kapisham vaijayantim chamalam. Vidhat kanika kapisham vaijayantim chamalam. Randhan venu radhara sudhayam purayan gopavinde. Randhan venu radhara sudhayam purayan gopavinde. Vindyanam swapadaramanam Pravishadgiti kirtihi. Vrindarannam swapadaramanam Pravishadgiti kirtihi. Barha pidam natavara bapuho karnayor kanikaram. Barha pidam natavara bapuho karnayor kanikaram. Bibhat vasam kanika kapisham vaijayantim chamalam. Bibhat vasam kanika kapisham vaijayantim chamalam. Randhan venu radhara sudhayam purayan gopavinde. Randhan venu radhara sudhayam Vindarannam swapadaramanam pravishadgiti kirtihi. Vindarannam swapadaramanam pravishadgiti kirtihi. So it says the Varha Pidam meaning wearing the peacock feather, natavar, it's like भगवान ऐसे नहीं चलते हैं, डोलते चलते हैं, नटवर. Karna, कान में, in the ears, karnika flowers. Lord puts karnika flowers, right? And Vibhat Vasha karnika kapisham, like wearing yellowish garment. And then wearing Vajanti Malam. And then Lord was putting Randham Venu Adhara Sudayam. Randham, with his lips, Lord is playing the flutes, the whole of the flutes, giving life to the flutes. And then Vindarannam Sopada Ramanam, in the Vindavan, which his own fits, Lord is going, and that's how he entered the Lord's entered the Vindavan. And by seeing this, Gopavinda is, praising the Lord. Pravishal Giti Kirtihi. Gopavindai Pravishal Giti Kirtihi. When this verse goes to the ear of Srila Sukhadev Goswami, become very restless. Now he is a person. Who is this person? I want to meet. Then when he approached, because Sukhadev Goswami was inside, he was not conversing he was thinking only, he was just hearing. And then he came out from the jungle. Who is the person? I want to know more. Then they said, no, he's a tailor here. This is just a tailor. If you want to know more, come with me. Then they took Srila Sukhadev Goswami to Srila Vyasdev. And Vyasdev narrated entire 18,000 verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. So, the Srila Sukhadev Goswami heard Srimad Bhagavatam. The first question that they asked, right? Sukhadev Goswami, the sages of Naimisharanya, why you learn the Srimad Bhagavatam from Sukhadev Goswami. So this is what happened. So, how much time? Almost 5 minutes. So, almost we lost some time in between. Just close in 5-10 minutes. So this Sukhadev Goswami, after hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and assimilating completely, again he was already Atmaram, now becoming pure devotee of the Lord. Prabhuji mentioned in the verse number 1.7.11 that we just speak Hare Gunakshiptamati. He was impersonal before. Now after hearing the Hare Katha and become pure devotee of the Lord, and he is Atmanam and devotee. Now think this combination. It's a very dangerous combination. It's like always at the soul level and always thinking of the Lord's glories only. Always thinking of the Lord's glories. And then roaming here and there. It's mentioned that the people are thinking he's a madman, right? When he is not wearing anything, completely no cloth in the body. When you see and then not taking bath also many times. Not his body is there, not there, doesn't care only. Completely self-satisfied, thinking about the pastimes of the Lord. And then people are thinking he's a madman, like sometimes he's throwing stones, spitting also, some harsh word. Like the way we see some mad person going on the road. People do not care that much, right? So this was going on, and then another episode where the Shonaka Rishi asked to whom? Asked to Shuta Goswami. And Shuta Goswami, then how the Shuta Goswami knows all these things? Shuta Goswami knows all these things because Shuta Goswami heard the Srimad Bhagavatam from Srila Sukhadev Goswami. When Sukhadev Goswami was narrating the same Srimad Bhagavatam which he heard from Srila Vyasdev to Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit. So we know that Maharaj Parikshit, just fast forward, we know that Maharaj Parikshit was about to die after being cursed by Brahmana's son in 7 days. Right? And he went to Ganges to fast until death. Right? And by hearing this news, all the sages from universal affairs, they came. It's mentioned the big list of sages who are not there. Right? Even Narada, Vyasdev, even Vishwamitra Muni, even Parshuram also was there. But Parshuram also was there in that assembly. Everybody came. And then Parikshit Maharaj posed 2 questions basically to all the sages. So what is the ultimate duty of a man to perfect his life? And then especially what he should do here in chant when someone is about to die. Correct, right? Someone is about to die. And they are, like all the sages, giving different answers. You already know. Someone gives, like you do some austerities. Okay. Someone says, okay, you do some yagna. So, okay, by yagna, maybe you will be able to reverse this curse. Okay. Someone says, okay, you are so far you are grihasthas, you are left king, you are not able to do, you are not able to do so much charity, but you can do charity now. Okay, like this they were asking. Someone said do the tapasya, some said dhyana. So there like a bit of chaos. Okay, the chaos happened. So at that time, exactly at that time, Srila Sukhadev Goswami arrived at that place. Exactly at the time, it says is by the mercy of the Lord Himself. It says it's like only because of Bhagavad Kripa only Srila Sukhadev Goswami came. Because otherwise there is no point. Sukhadev Goswami was like a mendicant. He was like roaming here and there. How Sukhadev Goswami came? Because this same Parikshit, the Lord Himself protect this Parikshit Maharaj at the womb of his mother. Right? When the Brahmastra weapon of Ashwatthama was about to kill. Now how can the Lord leave the same Parikshit Maharaj at the time of crisis, the Lord? So either there can be two versions. Either is the Lord Himself incarnate as Srila Sukhadev Goswami, or Lord inspired Sukhadev Goswami to come and deliver the Maharaj Parikshit. So it says that when Sukhadev Goswami came, right, everybody stand up from their seat. It's not that Srila Sukhadev Goswami wrote many books. Everybody knows Vyasadeva. Because Vyasadeva wrote all the Vedas, Upanishads, Mahabharata, Itihasas, everything, Bhagavad, everything. So very famous. But Sukhadev Goswami, he didn't wrote anything, right? It's not that he is giving discourses here, there discourses. Everybody knows, not like that. But when Sukhadev Goswami came, all the sages stand up from their seat, except three. Who are they? Yeah, Vyasadeva, Narad Muni and Bhagavan Parshuram. Because they are, Vyasadeva of course father, no need to stand up. And Narad Muni is Vyasadeva's Guru. And then Bhagavan Parshuram is of course Bhagavan. But everybody stand up from the issue. Then the question is why, how come they know? Because they are the very exalted sages, right? They know from the physiognomy that what kind of qualities, what kind of sign, marks. By looking at those things, they can understand. No, this is not this person is not an ordinary person. This person is Mahabhagavatam. And then, even though Srila Sukhadev Goswami was hiding all the qualities, but he not able to hide also. Correct, right? The moonbeam will come out eventually, and then everybody got up, stand from the position of their respects, and then Srila Sukhadev Goswami sat on the Vyasasana to narrate Srimad Bhagavatam to Maharaj Parikshit. Okay, so this is some small glories of Srila Sukhadev Goswami. So I just note one or 2 points. Then of course we know that there are many things can be said about Sukhadev Goswami from the different pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. It says that while describing the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukhadev Goswami fainted many times. He was so absorbed. It's not one time, many times it's mentioned in this thing. And Sukhadev Goswami is like trace jewels is the authority basically to speak Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why it's Mahajan, right? Mahajan meaning authority. What is the authority? Authority of here, because he is the authority to speak Srimad Bhagavatam. It is mentioned. What is the difference? Because Srimad Bhagavatam, Vyasadeva also speaks. What is the difference between Vyasadeva and Sukhadev Goswami? Sukhadev Goswami describes Srimad Bhagavatam in such a nice poetic manner that everybody gets attracted to the Lord. Everybody gets attracted to the Lord Himself. So let's pray to Sukhadev Goswami that we also get the mercy, and then our mati also get attracted to Srimad Bhagavatam, so that we can become Vishnu Jana Priya. Some lessons you can learn from here. Of course, the first verse that we have decided that, that if we go to Srimad Bhagavatam, everything fall in place. Right? We become Vishnu Jana Priya. When in Vishnu Jana Priya, there is no quarrel, there will be no fight between the devotees. Right? All things bliss. So it's very nice that our Shuddhi Gopal Prabhu, our Adara Prabhu, and our Gopinath Pran Prabhu has put together these things here. So we come and hear Srimad Bhagavatam at least once, like that, in a week. Another thing is, we should hear Srimad Bhagavatam from the parampara only, always. Right? The way the Sukhadev Goswami has done it. Right? It is not, there should not be, Sukhadev Goswami didn't do any business or trade. Similarly, we should not hear Srimad Bhagavatam to do a business of Srimad Bhagavatam. Never. It will not have any impact. Right? And the other thing I was contemplating, you see the respect and reverence the sages gave to Sukhadev Goswami is not because of that how many books he has written. It's not because of how many years he has he was in Krishna consciousness. It's because of his realizations, his depth in the subject matter. Correct, right? It's our purity which matters at the end of the day. At the end of the day. So let's pray to Sukhadev Goswami again. That our Mati goes to Srimad Bhagavatam, and we can respect Srimad Bhagavatam so that we become Vishnu Jana. Srila Sukhadev Goswami ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Thank you very much. I think we are almost past time. If you have any question, you have a great personality sitting behind near to you, please ask. Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. To me or anybody? Okay. Prabhuji.
You are the speaker. You are the speaker.
Yes.
Nicely talked about the pastimes of Sukhadev Goswami, when he was a parrot from Gopal Chandra. So he had intimate association of Lord Radharani, and subsequently with the purest devotee of the Lord Krishna. But why should he be born as an impersonalist? When he came out of Vyasdev's, and when he came out of the womb, why should he not be a pure devotee upfront? Because with such intimate associations, you expect that much.
Yeah, this is a question I was also thinking. I didn't got any clear-cut answer. So one thing I could think of, Prabhuji will definitely like to add. So one thing definitely I think is, see, this is the pastime of the Lord also, right? So if suppose you are born devotee, you wouldn't have gone to this thing, right? And then this pastime is an Atmaram and come back, right? And then wouldn't have happened. This is one of the things I'm thinking. I'm just thinking. I have not heard the clear-cut answer. I mean, I'm still trying to find what happened. So we would like to add some point here.
Actually, I asked this question to one of my friends, and he said that this story of Sukhadev Goswami being parrot is a Gaudiya understanding.
Sorry?
It's a Gaudiya understanding.
Yeah.
It's not there in broader literature written by Vedas, firstly. Secondly, even though it's not written, but we accept it as a true. Why? Because sometimes acharyas are made to behave in a way that is puzzling. Like in Sri Sampradaya, we have Yamunacharya. He's a Nitya Siddha by birth. But then also he went through all the things where he became the Adavadara, and then he became an attached king. He was attached to his kingdom, wives, family, relatives, friends. And later on he was converted by Ram Mishra into Vaishnavism. So they say that why Goswami's write this to establish that bhakti transcends and even greater than mukti.
Jai.
my full
Great. Thank you. Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram